Cris Carter of ESPN basically called the Seahawks receivers appetizers. And here's what Doug Baldwin fired back at Cris Carter, stating, and I quote, "Okay, y'all listen to me loud and clear. For all of y'all who called us, the receiving corps, average, pedestrian, appetizers, I'm not going to say any names, but he knows who he is. I respect what you did on the field, but stick to playing football because your analytical skills ain't up to par yet. You need to slow down and go back and not do it half-assed and put some effort into it because you're saying some stuff that didn't really make sense. That dude who said that we were appetizers, he told me to Google him, and I did Google him. But I didn't see any Super Bowl appearances, and I also saw 2 losses in conference championships. I have a Super Bowl ring, and I would gladly show that to him. And if he doesn't have time to come see it, tell him he can Google it."
That's funny. Doug Baldwin's an idiot. But I mean, like people are idiots. Like Cris Carter's an analyst, and the Seahawks receivers aren't good. They're fine, and they're all capable of playing in the NFL, but they need a go-to guy. And here's what's going to happen in the offseason, Doug Baldwin. They'll get one because they know, hey, you know how we can get better and get back here? You know, if we had...
Let Golden Tate walk and sign another big receiver.
I don't know if they'll let Golden Tate walk. I mean, he's a nice player. He's not a number 1 receiver. He might not even be a number 2 receiver. But the Seahawks have so many other things that work well that, you know, they're not a perfect team. And that, I think, very clearly is some... And obviously, what Cris Carter meant was they're not elite. They're first course. That's
here's
a totally
what Cris
fair
Carter
point.
said.
And how many... By the way, what Seattle receiver had a freaking monster game? And punters have won
Percy
Super
Harvin.
Bowls. Derek Fisher has 6 championship rings, however many he has. But he's not better than Tracy
McGrady.
He's not better than Tracy McGrady. Wasn't better than Tracy McGrady, right?
Cris Carter's response: I never called them pedestrian. I told them the reason they were on the field because the 2 starting receivers happened to be hurt. I didn't make that up. I'm glad, Doug Baldwin. I'm glad they're playing well. They're not the only professionals to have someone say on TV or coach that you couldn't play. I got caught. They need to get over it.
Yeah, right.
Cris Carter's 100% right.
He's 100% right. Doug Baldwin's a professional. You know, he's a fine player. He might be the guy who turns into close to a number 1 receiver on that team, but I don't think so.
They're both right. I mean, if you're Doug Baldwin, of course you're going to be pissed, and of course you're going to say that. I don't mind him saying that. But of course Cris Carter's right.
You started laughing after I read the quote.
Yeah.
Look, it's funny, but I mean, here's what's... Look, I don't care what Doug Baldwin said in any way, but you could have been like, yeah, all right, I'm an appetizer. I'm an appetizer with a Super Bowl ring. I got it. It's,
No, I don't mind Doug Baldwin saying that. It's funny, and he's going to strike back at him, but he's not right. That's all.
I do mind a little bit because he's playing the victim card just too much. Right. I mean, he's been saying this for the last, I don't know, month, 2 months.
Doug Baldwin has?
Doug Baldwin, yeah. Like, no one respects us. They think we suck. Blah. Like, I get
That's
it.
such a sports thing to do.
The whole world's against us. Oh, poor me. I get it. I know why he does it. It's to psych himself up. A lot of players do that. Yeah. They feel they have this perceived slight.
About it. Yeah.
I know. I get it. I get it.
True,
okay,
yeah.
But it gets tiresome. I'm tired of hearing it. That's all.
It's silly.
But if it works for him, then how could we hate on it?
No, I'm not hating on it. I'm just tired of it.
I just call him an idiot. It's not a big deal.
And let me be slightly unfair to the Seattle receivers a little more, which is that they actually had a great Super Bowl, right?
They did.
And they all,
drop a pass.
None of them dropped a pass. They all caught it. They all ran hard, good yards after the catch, all that stuff. But I think it's because of the coaching. I think Pete Carroll coached them right. Russell Wilson got him the ball at the right time. Did I see huge separations or amazing catches over a defender? No. And that's not fair to hold them to that standard. But if they had Dez Bryant, would it be a game changer? Yeah, he's in a different category.
Forget Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns out like one of the great things the Redskins did, Pierre Garçon, guys like that make a difference. And I would be very surprised if the Seahawks didn't make that a priority.
They still have Sidney Rice, by the way. Not that he's like a huge game changer.
Sidney Rice was
not that he's a huge game changer. I'm just saying he's another one that's hurt.
Percy Harvin
Red zone guy.
Yeah, maybe that's enough. Maybe I forgot about Percy Harvin. Maybe that's enough.
But he can't stay healthy.
Right.